All right, this one for my people with struggling credit. All right, when you out there going to buy a vehicle, right? And let's just say you start off at a vehicle, it's $25,000. That's the vehicle you want. And the bank saying, well, they want $4,000 down for that vehicle. This is for people who should have struggling credit right now, or thin files. Just because you find a vehicle at $24,000, don't mean that down payment is gonna go down $1,000. It does not work like that. The car's value, how much equity in the vehicle, all that plays a major part into how much the bank is willing to let you borrow, especially when it comes to your credit. Now, if you have great credit, you don't have to worry about this. But if you have struggling credit, you really have to understand that sometimes you have to pick the right vehicle, not the vehicle that you want. You're not in a position to go shopping how you want unless you got big money down. If you got $1, $2, $3,000 down, and you out there shopping for a vehicle, and you know your credit is rough, you have to get the right vehicle. And it may not always be the vehicle you want. Now, if you get the approval of that vehicle that you want, cool. But sometimes you might gotta get the vehicle that's a little bit less, that's a little bit lower than what your standard is, because at the end of the day, your credit is not up to par or not at the standard of where you want to be. All right. So loan to value is a big thing. I'm gonna touch on that on the next video. But that just because the purchase price of a vehicle is just because you have $4,000 down and the bank wants $5,000 for this vehicle, just because you go down $1,000 lower on another vehicle, that does not mean you're gonna get that approval at $4,000. All right, I just wanted to let y'all know that when y'all out shopping, don't get mad at the finance people, don't get mad at the car salesman because you don't understand. Listen, we want to sell you a car as much as the next person. Just as bad as you want to buy a car is as bad as we want to sell you a car. All right, but sometimes if your credit is rough, you gotta understand. Sometimes you have to get the vehicle that you need, not the vehicle that you want. All right. If you need credit help, if you a person that need credit help and don't have to worry about this BS, DM me a comment the word credit or click the link in my bio and let's lock in, man. Tax season is here. Tax season is here. Them cars is rolling. Got deals. I got deals. All right, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow.